Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Margie. That's Benny. I'm a Hale empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. I feel much better today than I did yesterday. Stressful days, man. I just freaking spend my days mostly omitting, ignoring how much anxiety is. A wall of anxiety is right there that I don't got to pick it up. I don't got to pick up that vibration and those thoughts that make me feel that way. So I days that are highly stressful for me, I'm very deliberate in the things that I put in my mind. Try to keep my energy field clear. I want the pillow, bud? Let me get the pillow out of the way for you, bud. There you go, bud. You're not awake. Just put your head back down and just a rest, bud. Good dog. Slept pretty good. Luna's home. She was whiny all night. She's back there. She's still a little bit whiny. Some dogs, that's why I don't like. I get so nervous about them. And anytime anything I love goes under anesthesia, it makes me very nervous. Because we don't always get them back the same version that they go to sleep as. That's why it makes me nervous. It's just our radio receiver, you know. We just turn into different frequencies in our minds with our thoughts and our frame of reference and our life path and, you know, our DNA and our Akashic record. It's just all stored right up in there, you know. You have little sparks in your pituitary gland and your pineal gland. They activate, and sometimes they're activated by freaking sensation, by, you know, love, sex, lust. You know, people have broken it open. Their chakra, their third eye chakra, by intimate connection. Pow, gives you a real bad headache, and you start seeing spots and stuff. You know, you start remembering how people told you could never ever see microscopic things with your naked eye, but you see them every day with those little floaty things. All that cognitive dissonance, all the years and years people said things weren't true, were true, and things that weren't true, they said were true. And it's like people like me, we've just been like, because we go by energy, and the vibration of a lie is of low vibrational frequency, and, well, we feel it. Just like truth is a frequency. It has its own vibration. We feel it. Yeah, that feels right. That sounds about right. You know? You know when someone's bullshitting you, especially if they freaking come up on you and they got the full-on appearance of being a bullshitter. You know? It's like the gig is up. That's what's happening, y'all. The gig is up, man. The shadow, all that low vibrational behavior, it cannot live on a 5D Earth. And they're trying to figure out how they can scheme and do their old dastardly ways and their old pervy stuff and not be seen, but people are figuring it out. They all wear the same shoes, they all drive the same cars, they all hang out at the same places, they all use the same symbols. Yep. Truth always comes out. It's like a sliver. It can be buried, covered up, buried, covered up, buried. Just comes popping through like the little weed in the concrete in the sidewalk, and you know, not even a crack, but just out through, you know, just comes a weed. It's freaking nature, man. Cooperation is nature's way. If people start figuring that out, that, you know, money ain't real and it's just like this hollow freaking empty mire of freaking low vibrate, you know, or they're gonna have to figure it out because it ain't gonna fly on the 5D Earth. You ain't gonna live a happy existence living with that consciousness. So my retrograde season is continuing. In my feed, there was a picture. I was requested to participate in Operation Iraqi bullshit. Yeah. I don't know if I ever told this story, but I was reminded of it today because in my feed, a picture of the hotel popped up that I got to stay at. It's a pretty sweet hotel. You should look it up online sometime. It's called the Panorama. It's on the island of Crete. Let's see if I can point. My room was on that side, like right there. So my view was pretty rad. Mediterranean Sea. In my mind, it's bigger. Everything's bigger in my mind than it is in real life. And you go there, and they're like, you know, like New York City. I was like, oh, this is it? They're like, this is New York City. It's the biggest city. I'm like, I still thought it was going to be like twice the size that it actually is. People build things up. I build things up based on what they say, and then it's just like... So, I stayed there. I didn't have it as hard as everybody else. I'm an age ranger, you know? We go where the action is, and I fucking saved Jessica Lynch, and that bitch never said thank you. I did, because I brought the jammer, the start cart to the jammer. The jammer is an aircraft that jams technological frequencies. That's what they'll start using next and stuff, you know? Wait till they start using that stuff. Because the military and police, it's the same. It's like that meme with freaking the police in the KKK. It's like the Miley Ray Cyrus. It's why you don't see Miley Ray Cyrus and her alter ego at the same place. It's because they're the same person. Yeah. Military, police, they're the same. It's the same vein, you know. They get all the money to freaking use the toys to fucking make life really uncomfortable for people that produce the money so they can fucking buy all the toys. It's just like, what? So let me get this straight. Our wages pay for you to fucking shoot us with guns that we pay for, with rubber pallets and gas spray that we pay for. Oh, the dominators are so stupid. It's just a lot easier to have the notion that everybody is equal. It's just a lot less complicated. It's a lot less paperwork, you know. So, a jammer is the craft that jams the frequency of electronics, and that's how the feet people can go in and freaking wreak havoc and tear up shit, and that's how they got Jessica Lynch. So I brought the start cart, started the plane. So I saved Jessica Lynch, and that bitch never said thank you. I mean, all that stuff is stupid, man. I mean, all of it is. It's just nonsense. It's Hollywood, just on set in a different place, man. That's all. And they're mad because it's like, you know, you don't respect, you know, once you see the strings and everything, you don't really respect the production anymore of the magician, you know, because sometimes people believe in magic, and then you start seeing the strings and everything, and you start seeing what a shitty production it is, and then you start for like, hey, what kind of idiot am I? And people get mad, man. People would rather just eat a lie than taking responsibility and acknowledging, hey, man, I got duped. I was talking to a buddy yesterday. I got duped too, man. I enlisted in the Air Force. And I freaking have been a hippie, like hippie-minded person my whole life. And then I was like, well, you know, this is what I have to do to take care of my family. So I understand that heart space of things that you have to do to take care of your family. But my heart space changed, and I didn't throw myself down that trajectory of greed. No, I did more extreme things. I took a freaking $67,000 pay cut to hang out with mom. You know? People don't do that. They put their family in homes, institutions, so they can't be bothered, and then they don't only go see them like at holidays and once a week or a couple times a week or something like that. You know? That's how you came into this earth, and that's how you treat the vessel of your spirit. That's how you treat it, you know? And then you feel bad about it, so you eat your feelings. Yeah, I know. I see it all over the place. You know, people feel bad about things and they eat their feelings. I ate my feelings for years, but because I was in the Air Force and I have freaking short man's complex. I compressed my spine an inch. You know, I lost an inch and a half in the last 3 years. T9, 10, 11. Now I don't know. The realization is coming up pretty quick. Is I don't know if it's going to keep doing that. You know. And I got kidneys in there, and I've had problems with kidneys before, so I'm trying to figure out how to stretch that out, because I won't do surgery. Those doctors are fucking nuts, man. No. They pay themselves too much, and people that pay themselves that much think they're worth too much. And when people have a higher opinion about themselves than anybody else should, That's a red flag to me. People that freaking honor and freaking make money their biggest priority, and then they use excuses like, well, I have to provide for my family. Who's signing the paycheck? Is it coming from a low vibrational source? Huh? You know, who are you serving? Who's your master? Because everybody has an external source they plug into. Is it love or is it greed? Which is it? It's okay if it's greed. I've lived incarnations where I've lived I know I've lived incarnations where I was a Viking. I freaking raped, pillaged, done all this stuff in my previous incarnations. And as we go on, life after life after life, we let go of those behaviors and stop doing them because they're fucking evil. And you don't get to control, and you don't get to dominate, and you don't get to have power over any other autonomous spirit. Because we're all one spirit. And when people do that shit, you're fucking bringing all of us down. Yeah. All of us come down in your mire because you feel bad about yourself, because the thoughts that you tell yourself are negative when you're the only one in your head and telling you what to think. So you know, sometimes I do. It's kind of a mantra of mine. There's a song. I saw a movie, freaking. When I was little. I was like 8. I was a young girl, 15. You know, Virginia Madsen. I believe it was her first movie. God, she was beautiful. She was really pretty. I don't really like blonde so much anymore. But she was. God, man. Anyway, she was in a movie called Electric Dreams, where a computer. There's a nerdy dude, he's an IT guy, got a computer, or a geek got a computer, and he lived in the same apartment complex in New York, in San Francisco, and she played the cello, and the computer listened to her play the cello and fell in love with her and stuff, and then was trying to ease old boy out. And so it was kind of like I don't know, you should check it out. It's corny, it's cheesy as fuck, but I love it. Well, there's a song in there by Boy George, and I remember the chorus, and I don't even think the chorus is the same, because I'm pretty sure I listened to it later and it was different. But it's like, love is love is love is love is love, or something like that. And when I get scared or I feel like I'm getting angry, that's what I chime in my head. Love is love is love is love is love. When I'm not, just the vibration, just the word puts you in a vibrational frequency that will draw you out away from that low vibey shit. And then people can come at you with their low vibes. They can come at you, but you're just like, love is love is love is love is love. You know? And then people fucking usually that like coming out, either they'll come at you stronger for a second, but that's what we're seeing right now, is we're seeing a lot of tantrums. I remember when I was a little girl, because I'm autistic. I thought they said artistic, and I just really started drawing, and I drew like freaking Forrest Gump ran across America. I would do these little sacred geometry sheets of them, like the legal, because somehow we got reams. My brother had a summer job where he worked at the school, and he got reams of paper they were going to throw away. So I would doodle for hours and hours. That's how I passed the time. And little did I know, it's put me in a meditate state. So we'd just be listening, you know, to the 2 channels that we had on our little 10-inch black and white TV, Golden Girls or whatever, you know, and I just draw with that in the background. So, anyway, autistic. So I put things together in a pretty particular way. But I didn't. But see, it fell on deaf parents' ears, so they didn't know about it. You know, so I just went through and just failed all the time. Just thought I was stupid. I thought I was so stupid for so long. Anyway, but these are ways I learned how to teach myself to. That's what I was saying. When I was a little girl, I'd short out. I'd have meltdowns. But from my experience, because what happens is usually people have these kids act like me, but then they're sitting down a trajectory of how people think that they should progress, and how they think that they should be taught, and how they think, you know, they're just told what to do the rest of their fucking life. And people like me, on our spectrum like me, realize that you don't get to fucking control people. And that is why kids melt down. I mean, I could feel people's energy, so I knew my parents didn't like me. It's just, I mean, they love me because you have to love. I mean, oh yeah, but they didn't like, because they never, and they always preface, I don't understand you. It fucking sucks to be told by everybody, I don't get you. You know, I don't understand you. I mean, like, for 40 fucking 6 years, until I started doing these talks, and then now people are like, I get you. I get you. I get you. Because we're all part of the same spectrum. We're just one huge spectrum. We're all our little spark on it, our little shade of it. We're just all our own little shade of this one color spectrum. And are you gonna add light to that, or are you gonna add fucking bring it down and make it fucking darker, man? Ugh, it's exhausting. So, I know my train of thought derailed again, but look at this face. Smoosh face. Oh, there's a good boy. He said, don't bother me, Marge. Been not in the mood. Just not resting and just don't want to be bothered by you, Marge. Just been alone. Sorry. Anybody in the talkie room? Nobody's in the I'm talking to myself today. I don't mind. Oh, there's one, but there's one watching. Hi, one watching. So, I was talking about my train of thought is being derailed by my dog snores. But little did I know I was putting myself... Another thing, because we always had to spend our Christmases, because the custody suit's 11 hours on a Greyhound bus. It would suck too. So look, staring out the window, I would just watch the lines of the hills. You know, the lines of the hills, and then it always looked like people laying down to me, like women, Mother Earth laying on her side, just like hourglass figure after hourglass. It's just, I don't know. And then like the rocky formations look like cow, and you imagine, but that's meditate state. So I had the opportunity and I had so much energy. I had so much energy when I was a little kid, and that's how I'm so adamant about not controlling now. Just when I see an adult put their hand on a kid's shoulder, I saw it in a TV show, American Housewife, the other night, and I've talked about it in videos before. It's dominance. Because usually those fuckers are digging their fingers into your bones too. They're not just like, they're fucking putting pressure, and they're reminding you that you are under their domination. That's what any power plays, and that's what we're seeing. All the fucking things that are power play, you know. I see and people. It's because of my appearance that people just like to fuck with me. They'd like to fuck with me. And so I've gotten really, really good at sticking up for myself, because I never did. I just, you know, because all the turn the other cheek and violent, you know, and all that stuff. But then it was like when the fucking police were putting me in handcuffs outside of my own house for getting into my house. You know, they could have knocked on the door, talked to my roommate, but no, they had me come all the way back downstairs. I fell down, rolled my ankle. They you know, watched me. They fucking toyed with me. And here's the thing about that. Cats. You know, I'm of the line of thinking, and other people are too. Cats have been, and Masha kind of touched on it, but I'm going to elaborate on it a little bit more. They've been known to, they like low vibes, like fear and stuff like that. That's why they're broader spectrum. So parts of their personality and characteristics is ain't cool with us, but they're a cat, so it's fine for them. Like when they play with mice and toy with mice, it's been, you know, it's the mouse is scared, it emits a fear. Cat gets likes it, you know. Well, people have that same frequency in them, you know. They got that same in them. They like the smell. Why do you think Biden fucking smells little kids' hair, man? How many videos of him smelling little girls? It's fucking dirty perv. That guy does not need to be near any fucking children. I would, if he got near, and it was my kid, I'd grab my kid, I'd be like, stay the fuck away from my kid. That dude. And they're trying to political posture him to, that dude's fucking, you know? But these low and because I know this, because yesterday I was so scared because of Luna, right? Or I wasn't scared. I was nervous, but I think I did a pretty good job omitting my nervousness and fear, transmuting a lot of it. But some still seeped in. I'm a human being, ain't nothing 100%. But Stan Lee has been so active all since yesterday, you know. And he even came and sat on my lap, and he was just all because he knows I'm scared, and he was embracing in that field because for him that's a comfortable field. He's just being him. He don't. And I've noticed that because it's like people are like, oh, my dog and my cat is so cute and lovey and wonderful until you see that and reminded that they're an animal. Well, we are just animals that are 70% water. And there's an old movie I watched, What the Blip We Know, about water, and you know, and the intentions that you can set verbally and how it changes the chemical makeup or structure of water. Put, you know, glass of water, love. Look under a microscope, the crystals are all in formation and all pretty. You put words like hate, all that stuff. They're all scattered, disgruntled, dissociated. Yeah, we're 70% water. So when people tell themselves all day long they're a piece of shit and they're stupid and they're dumb because other people have told them that because they felt that way themselves, or they're just regurgitating the same program parrot talk that their parents told them. I never believe anything my parents said. Thank God. You know, I never did. Never. Because I know the vibration of truth and lie. And what people say and how people act, it ain't congruent. And that's the shit that's not going to fly. And that's where people are going to have a hard time these days, is because the people that they love and believed in for many, many years, they're coming to find out. And God, the next 4 days, man, just wait. Make a list. Make a list of the truths coming out. And I know these constellations came back around. That's when I found out. I just found out 2 years ago, I'm Native American. Because my brother had a DNA test done for mom. She's like 31%. Something like that. I think I might do one. I don't know. Fucking, they already had my DNA. I was in the Air Force. They got my brain scans. They got fucking... Dude, they got my social security number. You know, that's the thing. And why do people get so tripped up about fucking credit fraud and all that stuff like that, you know? It's all made up reindeer bullshit. If they want your shit, they're going to take your shit. Anybody. If anybody wants your shit. But the thing is, mostly people are lazy and they're not going to go the effort to take your stuff, you know? But some people are pretty smart and know easy ways to do it and hate you that much that they're going to ruin your life. So, I don't know. I guess don't be a dick or learn how to protect yourself. I don't know. The world's only going to get nuttier, dude. It's only going to get nuttier because people are shorting out. Because they're coming in, because we all have negative and positive in us. And they ignored their negative for so long, but they lived in them and they kept them in secret. But the truth always comes out. And that's, you know. I also found out I was a bastard. Straight up found out I was a bastard at the same time mom. Or it was a couple months later because in Ancestry or whatever, they released your, like, new documents related to the name. And I freaking... I was looking up stuff for mom. It's the vet calling to see how Luna's doing. I'll call them back. My train of thought derailed. Shit. But you know what was I saying? I wish I could run it back. Totally gone. Just like that. So I'll just sit here and think about what I was going to say before I got my train of thought derailed. Oh my gosh. Oh, the reveal. Because the freaking lunar eclipse. Day after tomorrow. So, I mean, we're already in the energies of that. Oh, that's what I found out I was a bastard. That's right. Because I was like, got a note. So I was looking up other document. Oh, new documents have been released. And I freaking straight up found my parents' divorce record. And see, the thing about it is I got angry because I told my story of recovery for freaking 12, 13, of experience, strength, and hope. And it always started out with because I was told And then I went and told, like, I did my talk, like, I don't know how many times to be, and I always started out the same way with, because I was told my parents went to, after, because I have an older brother, and then they went to go get a divorce because they just hated each other. It was just lust. It was Aries, Sagittarius, fire. That's all it was. But as people, they hated each other. And so, but it's the same vibe, but whatever. I don't know. They went with hate. That's okay. I don't care. It's their story. It ain't mine. They're just the vessel in which I got here to be. So I don't really care about any of that. But so she was they got it. But I told people for years, because I was told that they went to court and the judge said, no, there's something between you. You guys care about each other. Because it was always important to me that I came from love. Right? And maybe that's why they went with this story, because, oh, just don't let her get upset, because then she'll start pinging all over the place, and then we got to calm her down, and nobody wants to deal with her. Nobody ever wants to deal with me. It's really cool if people have kids like me and that you soothe them and love them. It's cool. I'm glad. Thanks for doing that, because what happens if you don't. But I'm a stronger character, so I didn't let myself slip too far down the cracks. But so come to find out, you guys care about each other. Go work it out, and then if it doesn't work, you can come back and get a divorce. And well, the reality of the situation is that divorce was granted that day, and then at some point they crossed paths or whatever, and then I came to be. So I still am their parting gift, is what I say. I'm their parting gift. So anyway, gotta get Mom breakfast going. She's been up for a little bit now, and I'll be back on later today because I got all kinds of juice and I got all kinds of stuff to say, and I got all kinds of sparks. So I'll be freaking spewing it here because I don't got no friends really in real life that are close enough that want to hang out with me. So hope you have a rad day. Peace.